Hello and welcome to the Michael Mamas Show. I'm your host, Michael Mamas, and we're coming to you from Mount Soma, home of the Sri Someshwara Temple in the mountains of Western North Carolina. I'm here today with Scott Davalos. Hey, Scotty, how you doing?
Good.
You're good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Looking forward to the playoffs today.
Yeah. Should be exciting.
You're you're in Los Angeles, so you're for the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in practice for a number of years, 6 years, I think it was in Tampa Bay area. So I guess I'm for the Buccaneers. And they play today. The Rams play the Buccaneers, so that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think there's a lot of good news on the front here for international and national events. Uh, and it's kind of a strange thing because I think the good news is, it's kind of ironic. The good news is that people are starting to realize just how ridiculous everything is, and they pretty much had it. Uh, and as a result, things are going to turn around. There's just not going to be the support for all the craziness. And that goes along. That's consistent with actually, Scotty. That's consistent with our predictions for 2022. Um, there's still going to be like Ukraine. I mean, Putin wants to invade, and they've got all their tanks and trucks lined up there. And I can't believe Biden's talking about war. I mean, that just makes no sense. It's ridiculous. And if we really did want to oppose them from going into Ukraine, which is understandable, but they had that pipeline that evidently the United States could stop, and that's Russia pumping in all that oil into and natural gas into Europe. I mean, I wouldn't even threaten to stop it. If they really wanted to go at it, just stop it and say, okay, when you get your tanks and everything out of there, then we can talk about opening it back up. I don't think Putin would have any choice. And then there's the sanctions and everything. So it's just the way it's going is just ridiculous. Is the point. And uh, and then poor President Biden, his speech, I guess, for a couple hours, Scotty.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
Um, it's again, you wish you don't want to be the one that's wishing the plane crashes so the other one, but it's just it's just you hope the best for the guy
Oh
because
yeah,
he's in the seat, but it's not looking good for him, you know?
yeah. And you know, again, I really don't care, Democrat, Republican. You know, we're interested in the bigger picture, and what we're interested in is just a sane approach, a healthy approach. Uh, there's Buckminster Fuller. You know about Buckminster Fuller, right, Scotty? Do you know
Yeah.
Buckminster? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he wrote Operating Manual for Spaceship Earth, and he also wrote Utopia or Oblivion. He was a brilliant guy. He designed the geodesic dome, and uh, he actually met Maharshi once. He gave a speech at some conference. They had Maharshi really liked him. He shook his hand, and which Maharshi didn't do. And uh, he even said he was self-aware. He was an enlightened man. Uh, and I think it's worth knowing about. Basically what he wrote. He said that, and actually Maharshi had said the same thing. Um, this planet can maintain way more people than are even on it right now if it's just was managed properly. And if I don't want to get in, maybe I shouldn't even brought that up because people, oh no, it can't, and then all of a sudden everything's up in smoke. But uh, the point is that we just need to have common sense in how we operate things, and this world can be great. And the main obstacle to that was that people were just off on these extreme tangents. And here's the thing: the fact that such crazy things can go on, it's a result of one of two things: either people just aren't paying attention, or they're just so identified with the narrative that they just can't see past it. And that's all turning around. It's just become too blatantly obvious. And that's good news. The good news is that people are waking up. The whole thing is going to turn around. And we're entering that time of prosperity that the ancient seers predicted. And it's happening. We're watching the transition. So it's important not to get too caught up in the little things or the debates or anything like that. And I mean, how do you say Ukraine that could result in a war is a little thing? Well, okay, there's the Ukraine, there's Taiwan, there's China, there's North Korea, there's Iran. I mean, it goes on and on forever. And none of those are little things unless you take a step back and put them in a context that, you know what, this is a phase transition. There's going to be a lot of things happening like that, percolating, bubbling up, but long run, it's all going to work out, and we're in for a great time. And that's what's happening. That's really all I want to say today, Scotty. Do you have anything to add?
No, I definitely like the fact that it seems that everybody's waking up to the ridiculousness, and everybody needs to understand it, just like you said. I mean, if we just use common sense, work together, pay attention, we can do the right things, and everything can flourish, you know?
Yeah. And the information is out there. Like, even for example, gosh, there's so many examples. The vaccine, for one, the virus, how to treat it, what the future is with respect to that, Fauci, opinions of him. It's all just so crazy. But I think the best thing is try not to form an opinion if you haven't really been paying attention and looking at whatever literature or information is out there. Uh, and you might say, oh, I don't care about politics or anything. Okay, fine. But then maybe it's better not to have an opinion. I don't know. What do you think, Scotty?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit of information could be dangerous, right?
Yeah, it can go a long way. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right, everybody. Well, thanks for listening, and have a good weekend.